For the popular Jones boy, 1986-87 will remain an unforgettable summer. It began with his successful recall to the Test arena during the Tour of India, and a double century in Madras showed a newfound maturity in batting. The seemingly endless flow of runs from his flashing blade thrilled devoted cricket lovers around the country. At last, Australia had a new number 3. The dynamic stroke maker had compiled 2,413 runs, including 7 centuries, between September 12 and February 25. The day his fairy tale summer came to an untimely end.
And we were playing this game called cricket soccer, which is passing the ball by catching, not kicking it around as some people might believe, but actually throwing the ball underarm, catching it before it hits the ground, and you've got to throw the ball through the goals. Very similar rules as in soccer. So I threw a ball to Peter Young, threw the ball back, sort of like a 1-2, and unfortunately Big Swerving was in the way, and I ricocheted off him, and I was going at a decent pace when I hit him, and then I fell on my knee. I tried to get my balance, but my knee cracked and I went down.
The 26-year-old Victorian was operated on a week later. Damage to the cruciate ligament meant a total knee reconstruction. The long road back to peak performance for any sportsman can be a time-consuming nightmare of self-doubt. The monotonous exercise and treatment program is a daily chore.
He's been working very hard. In fact, what we find is we have to slow him down more than anything, because he's very keen, obviously, to prepare himself for the start of next season. He's doing some swimming, bike riding. We'll be getting him running. Then he's got to work hard on getting some of his confidence back too, because the demands of top-grade sport are very important.
The treatment apparatus looks as though it could have been confiscated from the interrogation room on the set of a World War II movie.
I think at this stage you should be trying to do a little bit of work with your right knee as well. You've lost a lot of weight generally, and if you can try and strengthen that one up at the same time, that's what you want.
So weights on the other legs as well?
Yeah, I would be, as well as doing them on the left leg. Yeah. You don't have to do quite so much on the right leg, but just to try and get back some of your fitness again. How's that now?
Good. Yep, that's it.
Right, here we go. One more shot. Whack. Shots, yeah.
While in Queensland recently for some speaking engagements, Deano took time out to show off his scars and seek advice from a man for whom he has great respect.
The only thing he's got to be careful of is, he's had such a good year this year, is following it up again next year, not sort of resting on his laurels and, saying, oh, well, I've made it. We've just got to make sure he gets himself fit and, plays, keeps getting better and better for next summer. He wants to sort of steer away from, the hard work in the covers where you do a lot of sideways movement, and, even if we sort of get him at mid-on, mid-off type thing, or in the slips type cordon, just depending on how the games go. And hopefully he'll be able to work on getting the strength back in the leg, and when the one-day games come about where obviously, you're under pressure sort of all the time in the field, he'll be right then. He can do a bit of boundary riding and that sort of thing, which he does quite well anyway.
Jess, come on. Jess, come on. That's a girl.
Marriage to long-time sweetheart Jane barely 12 months ago appears to have been a huge plus for Dean.
Well, when do you reckon you'll be able to start running?
Running, I think a couple of weeks' time, just when we get back from holidays.
A very perceptive young woman, she is able to sum up her man much better than most bowlers could during the summer.
He's really determined, I think very aggressive in his sport, but even when he does do well, sometimes that's not quite good enough either. He goes back down the gym or into the nets and has a hit until he feels comfortable with it.
Are you confident that he'll get back in time?
Oh yeah, fully, yeah, totally. After seeing how quickly he's got to the stage where he is now compared to someone like Tim Watson or somebody like that, I've seen that he took about 3 or 4 months just to get down the gym, start on the weights, and Dean's doing it already.
The surgeon, John Bartlett, said, look, let's get it done and let's just hope, keep the fingers crossed that I'll make it for August for that Lord's test.
National selector Jim Higgs was realistic about the future of Dean Jones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that Dean will be in the first 20 on the 30th of June, but as we get closer, the situation will have to be monitored, and but really when it comes down to it, the best guy to know is going to be Dean himself.
The daily diet of weights continues. Gut-wrenching sit-ups by the hundreds. More kilometres on a bike going nowhere. And a swimming training schedule of Olympic proportions. As that day of reckoning slowly draws near, can the adventurous and at times impatient young man from Carlton resist the temptation to rush things along a bit?
Well, I'm afraid that's a little bit of my blood, and that's something I really have to watch out for. One of the problems in my game the last few years has been patience, and maybe I'm learning it the hard way at the moment.
The Victorian is a great believer in positive thinking. Watching himself do things successfully reinforces those thoughts.
I was really worried through the whole series of making 100 on my home soil, and it worried me a little bit instead of being worried about making runs for Australia. And that game I said, look, let's just try and bat the whole innings and don't worry about making hundreds, and that was just fantastic. Firstly, to make it in front of my wife, it's the first 100 she's ever seen me make, and the fact that it was in the winning team, and that's what was so valuable to me.
Despite telling me he should stay away from fast bowler Merv Hughes, Deano couldn't resist the big fella's invitation to wet the line off St Kilda Pier. You catching anything here? Let's have a look.
Oh, we're going all right. We're going all right.
We had a nibble before, didn't we?
Yeah, had a big nibble. I think it was a seagull, I'm not sure.
But the rumour is, Merv, that Dean's not the first bloke that you've cleaned up with a serious knee injury.
Oh, well, you know, a couple of years of football, you clean a few up. But Deano's probably the only one out of hospital at this stage.
Gee, it's hard to be humble, isn't it?
I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I'll kill him.
Dean's not the first bloke that you've cleaned up with a serious knee injury.
Oh, well, you know, a couple of years of football, you clean a few up. But Deano's probably the only one out of hospital at this stage.
Gee, it's hard to be humble, isn't it?
I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I'll kill him.